Hello War of the Visions fans, I'm Jackie Fox, and this is a really unfair fight, but I want to demonstrate a couple things about Hero King Mont and the Spiker Barrier, because in some ways, there's a weird drawback for Mont here. It's a cool barrier, don't get me wrong, conceptually this is great, and Mont is really good into physical damage, so that actually kind of creates a drawback for this Spiker Barrier, right? So the Spiker Barrier itself is going to give him 50% physical damage reduction, just all by itself for 4 hits, and it's not dispellable in the ways a normal barrier is. So naturally, there's basically 2 ways of getting through this. One is by chaining through it and just getting through those 4 hits with minimal damage as quickly as possible, which Katona's going to be very good at doing, but also just bypassing it entirely, which she is almost uniquely good at doing. I mean, I know this is a really old character, and I know, like, it seems like I'm at a disadvantage, but I don't think you realize how big the disadvantage is. And in a really confusing way, if this wasn't Katone, if this was a more modern DPS with more penetrations that felt like they could do direct damage to him fine, then it might put them into a situation where, because they have less HP than him, because even at level 75, 77, whatever here, he has a good 2,000 or 3,000 more HP than Katone. So in theory, if she had modern penetrations and she could straight up deal damage to him well, something that is going to be mitigated in a way that she won't be able to deal with for 4 hits due to the Spiker Barrier itself, as you can see, she's getting those first 3 hits in there, and she really didn't take much damage because, unfortunately, being a good and bad thing simultaneously for the Spiker Barrier and for Mont, he takes that damage incredibly well, which means that it almost does nothing to her. Now, he has 1 more hit of it left, but pretty much, I mean, you will see that hit of Spiker eventually land, but she's going to start using Drain Force, which is neither physical or magical. It's a very unique skill for that reason. It's not very used. It's not very powerful, honestly. But it is unique mechanically in the way that it works. It also means that Mont has 0 chance of winning this fight. Even though he probably could. And maybe, again, if this was a better character that he was going up against, not someone who had to resort to dirty tricks in her kit, maybe he would have more of a chance of dealing damage with the Spiker Barrier and then hitting them to carry that damage home. But as you're seeing here, it doesn't do a lot. Now, there is still 1 hit active, so the first hit of Saiga Shadow Bond should, 150. But see, it's only maybe done a couple hundred damage in total because, ironically, his opponent isn't good at dealing damage to him. Well, at least not with the basic attacks.